I'm sure many of you have been hearing a very particular accent going around recently on social media. This accent has garnered tons of hate for coming across as too fake or forced and is mostly seen being spoken by wannabe thugs. Of course, I'm talking about the infamous Toronto accent.
That's just the best accent. My word, Cuddy. Like me, I've been speaking that shit since the womb. I did not cry when I was born. I was like, hey, yo, mama, what you saying, Cuddy? You're good?
Do you inhale helium?
I inhale everything, Cuddy. Helium, potassium. Cuddy, they call me little T, little R2.
As a person from the city, I like to explain it in better detail and show y'all that it's more than just a recent trend spoken by online personalities like City Boy JJ and has actually been around for quite some time. See, Toronto was founded by the Brits in the 1700s as the City of York. Back then it was made up of indigenous peoples with some settlers. Later on, as immigration started to pick up in the 1800s, Torontonians, especially those in the upper class, had some British influence in their speech, with very crisp pronunciation. Seeing how Toronto was a major city in the British Empire at the time, it wasn't hard to find people speaking this way. Later on, as Canada grew as a country, a Canadian accent started to take form, with words like about starting to sound more like about. This is how Toronto sounded well into the 20th century when immigration was still mainly from Europe, from peoples like the Portuguese, English, and Italians coming in droves. The later half of the 20th century saw a massive switch from the immigration coming from Europe to the world. Now people were coming in from the West Indies, Africa, and Asia, and they all started contributing to what we now know today as the Toronto accent.
Is true that you left your moms in the hood? Somebody go smoke that youth.
Now it was spoken by with influence deriving not just from the Brits, but from the Jamaicans, Somalis, Polish, and Arabs. This brought in new words like broski, bro but with the Polish ski, wagwan, Jamaican patois for what's up, bakti from Somali bakti, meaning corpse, and I swear is wallahi, which comes from both Somalis and Arabs. One that's exclusive to Toronto is nyai, which is one me and my friends like to use, and it basically means oh yeah or oh really. These are just some words that got added to the Toronto dictionary over the years as a result of immigration. Of course, most of this happened in the city's boroughs like Scarborough, North York, and Etobicoke, but also from the downtown areas. As a person from the ends, I grew up hearing a lot of the slang and still use it to this day. I feel a lot of people misconstrue how the Toronto accent is actually spoken in real life. I assure you, most of the time it's not as exaggerated as you see in those TikToks and Reels, but it is present still. I personally really like the accent, not just because I'm from here, but because I feel it reps Toronto well. Each word pertaining to a certain group of people being used by people of all backgrounds really shows this city's diversity and unique culture. Not trying to throw shade at New Yorkers, but places like that really only have one or two groups that contribute to the local accent. Meanwhile here, it feels like everyone contributed a bit. Of course people will complain about how whiny or annoying it may sound to them, but I'll take that over their boring Midwestern accent any day. If anyone watching is not from the Six and ends up visiting, do not be scared, as my people will explain to you the meanings of these words and how they're used, so you don't get confused. Because man's not out here speaking Torontonese. If you don't run into the mandem, do not fear, because there'll definitely be a person with a regular North American accent to help you out if you need anything. I myself thought I spoke American until I listened to a recording of myself and realized I was sounding like the mandem. It was like that scene from that Boondocks episode.
Here it is, my test results. Can you hear my heart beating? Oh, the white man's science is amazing, ain't it? Oh no, this can't be. It says I'm 102% African with a 2% margin of error. Why, Lord? Why, Lord? Why?
Nah, I always knew I spoke it, but not to the extent where I could hear it in my voice. If you are from Toronto and watching this, please do not hesitate to speak it out of fear, or of not sounding quote-unquote normal. At the end of the day, how we speak is just our way of communicating, and if we speak a certain way, it is just a reflection of who we are and what makes us us, which is not something to be embarrassed by. So please, don't flex that shame and talk the way you talk best. Anyways, I'ma go step out and holla at the mandem. Hope you guys like this vid. hope it helps you better understand this accent that's now trending. Big thanks for watching, and goodbye.
Y'all actually need to tap into these videos, bro. Like, it actually has me dead. I don't think like any other like slang, like any other country, like accent, whatever, has been so funny to me. Like their accent and the slang combined, like that's actually so raw. Like Toronto, y'all got it, bro. Like that shit's actually tough. Cause like here in Cali, bro, we got no flavor. Everybody says on dead homies. What's good, fool? Why can't I just be like, "No, you're a Gerber Crony, man." Like, bro, when I find these like new exotic words, I just like adding them to my like vocabulary, bro. Cause like, I don't want to be boring.